Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. Can you all hear me clearly?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. My name is Noel Afika. I am the manager of this company and the chairperson for today's meeting. Before we start, can everyone introduce your name and state from which department, please? Starting from Siti Aisyah.
Hi and hello everyone. I am Siti Aisha and I am the finance manager.
Hello and hi everyone. Good morning. My name is Nur Atira and I'm trainer officer.
Hello everyone, my name is Aisha and I am the Occupational Health and Safety Officer.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nurul Atika. I am the Infrastructure and Maintenance Officer.
Okay, great. I can see that everyone is here, so let's begin. As you all have been informed, we are here to follow up our discussion from the last meeting, where we would like to decide whether or not to implement work from home in our workplace. Before we start discussing our agenda, I would like to go through the minutes of our last meeting. The minutes have been distributed to you. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes?
No, Afika, everything is good.
Okay, thank you. I will need someone to approve the minutes and someone else to second the motion, please.
I would like to approve the minutes.
And I would like to second that.
Good. Okay, the minutes are approved as distributed. So let's continue with our agenda. Have you all received a copy of today's agenda?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to outline 5 items on today's agenda. To start, Siti Aisha will present the first item with a financial report on our current cash flow, and she will explain whether or not our company will be able to sustain the expenses needed if we proceed with the renovation project. The second item will be presented by Atika on the cost for renovation project. And then after that, we will discuss the third item, which is to make decision. And the final item is other business. Before we proceed, Atira, would you mind taking the minutes?
Yes, sure, I will do that. Afika?
Okay, thank you. Now let's start with the first item. I would like to please Siti Aisha, the finance manager, to start presenting her report.
Thank you, Afika. I would like to start my presentation now. I'm sure everyone has seen the report that I distributed a week ago. Based on the report, as we can see, our cash flow is getting weakened week by week, which it indicates that our cash flow is getting negative during this pandemic. The main reason why this is happening is because our foreign client, which is the major contributor to our profit, has declined sharply during this time. Since our cash flow is negative, as I have mentioned earlier before, I already prepared the financial analysis to see whether our company can sustain if we still want to proceed with the idea of renovation. Unfortunately, as we can see on the report, it shows that our cash out is greater than our cash in. So I feel if we still want to proceed with this idea, it will be risky for all of us. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Atika, would you mind reporting from your department?
Sure. So today I will present on the analysis of cost for the innovation project. I'm sure all of you have read the report that I sent to you. And as I have stated in the report, the cost for the innovation project is high. And plus many construction and interior design companies were forced to shut down due to the pandemic. Therefore, we are also unable to proceed with the renovation project. Therefore, I would like to suggest we restructure our office to provide more space for social distancing. We where we can stack the office table in single arrangement to provide more social distance between workers. It's not costly because we are doing it ourselves, and I believe my department can handle this task well. So that's why I would like to ask, what does everyone else think about this option? That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Atika. I think we will come back to this point later in other business. I would like to congratulate to Siti Aisha and Atika. Those are excellent reports and a very good presentations. So without further ado, let's proceed with the second item on today's agenda. Based on the reports presented earlier, do you think our company should implement work from home or we can proceed with the renovation project?
Personally, I feel that we should not proceed with the renovation project. This is because, as mentioned by our finance officer just now, which is Siti Aisha, our company is not doing so well, and some of our foreign clients who have not been paying us on time, especially during this pandemic, has affected our cash flow. Frankly, if we insist on carrying with this project, I am afraid that if our company might face a huge problem. Therefore, I believe that we should not proceed with this renovation project. And instead of this project, maybe we can implement the new norm, which is work from home. Because by implementing this new norm, we can minimize the cost for reorganization of all infrastructure in the office, as we know that it was quite costly as mentioned by Atika just now. I think that's all from me.
Yes, I really agree with you, Aisha. Based on the report that have been presented by Aisha and Atika just now, I think it unnecessary for us to do the renovation that will cost company with a large cost of renovation, because we have others alternative that already presented by Atika, such as we can just rearrange and reorganize to follow the standard operating procedure, the SOP itself. I think that's all.
Okay, how about Atika and Siti Aisha?
I completely agree with both of you. Because from my point of view, it is more ideal to work from home for the current period. Plus, as mentioned before, the SOP regulation requires social distancing in office. However, our current cash flow is unable to pay the high cost of renovation. Therefore, I believe work from home is the best option for our company for now. That's all.
I couldn't agree more. I feel implementing work from home is the best decision to make right now, since what Atika told us a moment ago, the renovation cost is high.
So I believe at this point of time, everyone has agreed that we weren't able to proceed with the renovation project. Instead, we will implement work from home. Does everyone agree?
Yes, I totally agree with you on that, Afika. And in addition to the work from home system, the rotation system also sounds to be efficient, as there are some departments who need to settle down their work at the office. Therefore, we can split the teams into a day and night shift to reduce the social mixing at the workplace. How do you guys think about this?
For me, I also agree with you. When we assign all employees for the rotation system, this can help us to maintain our social distance between each other.
I completely agree with both of you. As I mentioned earlier, our cash flow is getting weakened.
What do you think, Atika?
I agree with all of you. As Aisha mentioned before, we can implement both work from home and the rotation system. For workers from department that need to come to the office, we can make a schedule for the rotation system. And for those who don't need to come, they can work from home. I think this is the most ideal outcome for us.
I also agree with all of you. Therefore, I would like to propose that Aisha, as the Occupational and Health Officer, she should prepare a rotational schedule to assign representatives of each department who need to be at office and those who need to be working from home. In addition, please also prepare a list of hygiene kits that are required to make our workplace safe for COVID-19. Is that okay with you, Aisha?
Alright, I will do that, Afika. I will prepare the schedule as soon as possible, and I will also give the list of the hygiene kits to you too.
Thank you, Aisha. Could I also get a report on how to increase our sales among local customers? Perhaps surveys can be made to identify their preferences during this pandemic. Can you do that, Atira?
Yes, of course, sure can. So I will prepare an online form for the survey and I will distribute it as soon as possible. And also about the report on how to increase our sales among local customer, I also will do it as soon as possible and I will submit it maybe next week.
Okay, thank you, Atira. Okay, so now that we have concluded all the main items, let's move on to the final item, which is other business. Does anyone have anything to ask?
I would like to clarify regarding the rearrangement of the table that I proposed before. Should we proceed with the task or not?
Yes, you can proceed with that one, but please consult with other department as well if you need help from them. Anything else?
Okay, thank you.
So I think there is we have covered everything. So let's me just quickly summarize the main point. Okay, sure. The first we can implement, we will implement both the work from home and rotation system instead of we renovate our office. Second, Aisha will prepare a rotation schedule for each department. She also need to prepare a list hygiene kits required for our office. So lastly, I need to prepare a report on how to increase our sales among local customers and their preference during this COVID-19 pandemic. I think that's all.
Great, thank you for the summary, Atira. I hope everyone can take note on the important details for today's meeting. So let's set the date and time for our next meeting. How does upcoming June 1st, 10 a.m. sound to everyone?
Yes, it sounds good, and I'm free at that time, Afika.
Sure. I'm free on that day.
Yes, me too. I'm also free.
Yes, sure, Vika. I'm also available at that time.
Okay, great. Then I will ask my secretary to fix the next meeting and she will send the notice to everyone along with the reports assigned. Thank you everyone for coming today. Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you. Bye.